Hello friends, this is Linda Hicks with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting and welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to be making a 2-page layout with the beautiful Perennial Lavender paper. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is page 1. And you can see I'm using this gorgeous paper. I love the purples and the greens and the texture on the paper. It's just so pretty. And then this is sneak peek of the page number 2, and this is like my favorite. This was the inspiration to the page, to what I did. I love that this paper was at an angle and it just gives some interest. So I just thought it was fun, and I'm just going to share you how I put it together. Now, what I used was some, for my accents, I used some of the butterfly die cuts. That's from Stampin' Up. And I also used, there is a stamp set that goes with the Perennial Lavender paper, designer series paper, but I did not get that. So I am using the textured floral stamp and dies. I'm not using the stamp, but I'm using the dies. And the reason why is I got the dies because they have all these little intricate pieces that came with that stamp set, and I just love the dies, and I thought this looks so much like lavender, so I'm using those as my accent pieces with the green behind it. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started with this beautiful, beautiful paper. Now, the first thing I did was I picked my base pages, and I picked a complementary green for this side, and then this side I used the back. It's a double-sided paper, but I loved this pattern on the paper. I just thought it gave it some depth. So I'm going to go ahead and use this for my base page on this side. Then the next thing, so I got my 2 base pages out here. Then the next thing I did was this gorgeous paper, and I've already pre-cut it. It comes like this. So it's double, so I got a little missing piece here. So what I did, it comes like, so it has this angled here, and then on the other corner, it has the same pattern angled on that side. So I decided that I was going to use that because I love that paper. So what I did was I took my ruler and a pencil, and I went from angle to angle. Let's see if I can kind of show you. So this is my 12 by 12 sheet turned upside down, and then I just went from angle to angle and drew a line with a pencil mark on the back side of this paper, which is this really pretty plaid. And then I went down and corner to corner, lined it up, and penciled it all the way down. And then I took my scissors and I cut that piece out. So the very first piece that I'm going to lay down is this gorgeous piece of this paper. And I don't have a whole lot of this paper left. If you were watching the card class, the Friday Fun Fold, I used a lot of this paper with that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down to my page. Oh, I just love this paper. It's so, so pretty. I mean, I even love these muted colors that they have in the back just to help with blending. It just is such a beautiful, beautiful paper. So I'm going to line this up. I've been really, really happy with the even though it was hard, the transition with leaving close to my heart. The papers are just gorgeous to work with. So I've been really having a lot of fun playing. Okay, so then my next piece, which I've already pre-cut, is a 12 by 12. It looks like this. And then on the back side, it's got like this vine and the same kind of light tan color. And so I cut this because I wanted my complementary page to match. So I cut this at 4 by 12. And I'm going to put this over on this corner over here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this side. We're going to have this done in no time. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and line this up to the edge of that. And I love the way that looks. Okay, so now I want to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of glitter on the second page. This is a 1/4 inch strip of green glitter paper, or what do they call it? Shimmer paper. You could use gold or silver or whatever you had on hand. Would look really pretty. So I'm going to bring that all the way down. There we go. Put that on there. Ooh, I love that. It just adds a little something to it. Now for the angle piece, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece down here. Just adding I think I'm off camera when I'm putting my glue on because I don't want to get it on my project. So I'm just going to angle this down, and I'm going to kind of bring it down. And I got 2 strips that I cut. I'm going to bring it like there. Oop. It's kind of on the edge. Bring it right up to the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to take this second piece, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring it together where it overlaps. Now I'm not exactly sure where my pictures are going to go, so I want to make sure that I have enough. Oh, my adhesive ran out, so let's get that. I knew it was getting close, so I have a new one right here. I thought about just changing it to the new one, but then that's, then it gets all sticky and it's hard to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on my next strip, and I'm going to just have it like meet up to that piece and go right to the tip. And then I'm going to just trim those when I get to that point. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying down on this side my photo pages, and this would be a 4x6 photo. So this is a photo placement card until I get my photos in. And so I'm gonna set that, I think, right about up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this down. And I would say it's about over, because I don't want to cover all of this gorgeous paper up. So I'm going to bring it right about, and there's that cute little butterfly there too. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit here to right about here. So I'm showing the butterfly, and then I'm going to put my placement card there just so that I know that it's a 4x6 photo. And also, if you like another added border, you could leave this placement card on there and just trim your photo down just to give it another little border if you like that look. Okay, so I'm going to bring another photo and I'm going to put it down here. Now this is a light, I'm not sure of the colors with Stampin' Up yet. So this is just paper that I had on hand that I'm using up, but this is just blended really nicely with it. It's just a light tan. And I'm going to bring that down right, I think right about there. Just above that cute little butterfly that's right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put my placement card on again, 4x6. And I like the ups and down. I don't know about you, but when my daughter takes pictures, she forgets to change her, I don't know about if you do the same thing, she forgets to change her camera angle, so all of her pictures are up and down. And of course, most of the pictures that I scrapbook now is of my granddaughter, and so, or other grandkids that I have. And so I just want to, I'm like, oh man, and I have to have all these up and down pictures because I pre-do my layout sometimes, and then I don't have, it's not the right angle. But with this layout, you could actually change the angles of your placement. I'm doing up and down because that works for me. But if you have pictures that are sideways, you could easily turn this way, and change the layout of your photos. So I'm going to go ahead and put this. This is a 3x3 placement card, so it's actually 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. These are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, just to give your pictures that little border. And I'm going to go ahead and place that one about, I'd say about a 1/2 inch above. And I'm going to go ahead and put the placement card on there just because it helps me to remember. Although at this point in time, I kind of know these sizes pretty well. Oops, and I put my placement card upside down. Not that it would really matter because nobody's going to see it anyway. All right, so now for the decorating element part. I love, I showed you earlier, this set of die cuts. And this is from the Textured Floral. I have all these beautiful die cuts. And I used this particular die for this and this particular die because I thought the leaves kind of matched this paper here. And I loved how this looked kind of, when I cut it with purple pattern paper, it just looked like the lavender. So I did a whole bunch of them. Let's get them all out here. And when I was cutting them, I used this piece of paper. It has the purple on the back and then this really beautiful pattern. And I just used that as my, for my lavender pieces. And let me show you, see, it's this paper here, and then on the back it's purple. And I just thought that looked really good. And then, although there is a matching stamp and die cut set that goes with this, but I already had the textured floral and I just thought it matched up really well. All right, so let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to use some greenery. Gotta find some of my greenery here. Okay, got some greenery. Got all my stuff, had it all sorted, and then, of course, you know, it gets all messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and on this one, I'm going to kind of, I don't know if I want to put green on this side. I may just decorate it with just a few of these, and I'm just going to have it kind of a couple different layers. See, and I like this one because it has some more brown in it, so it kind of the tone. And I think I'm just going to lay those down. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue. And actually, this looks like it's the back. I probably did use some of this paper here to make some more of those too. So you can just kind of, whatever scraps you have is what I used. Okay, so I'm gonna just add a couple little drops of glue here and there. And I don't want to add glue over my picture because I want to be able to slide my picture in. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue to the side. I'm thinking, do I want the greenery here? That's kind of a lot of green. So I think I'm just going to use some of my green glue here. I'll put this up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to do a few little dots of glue. Maybe. There it comes out. I get my new bottle. That one's empty, I think. Hard to believe I've already gone through a whole green bottle of glue. So I'm just going to put a few little, see, I'm going to have it on this side. So I'm going to put a few little dots here on this side of glue. Okay, so this is going to kind of go over here like that. And this will be loose so I can slide my picture. I could always add a little bit of adhesive on that when I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little more here now that I know that where that placement's going to be. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to leave that up. And then I want to add one more piece, I think, just to give it a little more texture, maybe go over that side too. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece here. And let's see, I want to make sure I don't use the one that's going to cover the picture. So just little teeny tiny dots of glue. Alrighty. And so I'm going to kind of put that like right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So that's my little cluster on that side. Okay, so then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and get my cards ready to, or my photo placements ready, and I'm going to line this up with this one here. So it is about an inch up from the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and I'm going to bring it over about an inch. This is about an inch over, so I'm going to bring this one over about an inch as well. Okay, that's straight. And then, oop, I got a little glue on there, so I'm going to add this on my placement card right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do two pieces, a 4x4 here, I think up here, and a 3x3 here, although you could have two 4x4s and a 3x3. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these photo placement cards on this. This piece would then be a 1/4 inch longer, just like this. This is a 1/4 inch longer. This is a 4x6 piece of white for my photo placement card. And then this would be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And got some adhesive on that. Okay. And then this is a 3x4 photo placement card. So my border is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and put that on like that. And let's see how I want this. Yeah, I think that looks good like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on here. And about an inch separating those two. I love this. It's such a pretty paper pad. Okay, so now I'm going to actually do a little green here. Going to add my glue to it. And I think I'm just going to kind of like just put it along the side here just a little bit. And I'm just going to leave that for a moment because I'm going to go ahead and put my title. Now my title I did cut from the Cricut. This, I do not have the thing that access where you pay, for it. So Let's see, which way is it? Yep, it's like that. Okay. Simply Lovely. And it looks like, so we have this like this. Simply Lovely. Need my S right here. And I should have a little dot. I'll have to look for it later. But so I'm going to put my title right there, I think. So I think I might move these over just a little more because I want to put some flourishes on there. So I'm going to just move it over just a little more because of the title. There we go. So really about 1.25 inches maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to just carefully take this up because I haven't quite laid that down yet. So we're going to have that kind of laying right there. And then I'm going to put a few more flourishes here. Yep, there we go. It looks really good. That there. And I've got this really pretty butterfly. I think I'll put that on there. This butterfly is so pretty. And if you guys like this layout that I'm doing, I think I'm going to add one more, maybe. Maybe not, because it looks pretty. Well, maybe one more. If you like these butterflies, they are so cute. They're under accessories. And if you want to do this layout, you're following me and doing this layout, if you spend $50 with me, I will, send me or tag me, let me know that you're doing this layout, and I will send you a couple sheets of this butterfly stuff. There's a whole bunch of butterflies. There's littler ones, there are ones that are open, and I'm using them all throughout all of these beautiful layouts that I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one down here. There we go. And then I'm gonna do my butterfly, and I think I'll have him kind of peeking off. So remember, with your picture, you don't want to have your adhesive over your picture, because you want to tuck your picture in. And you can readjust your butterfly if you need to. If you don't use the green glue, just use some adhesive that is repositional, and then you can reposition your butterfly if you need to. Okay, so then just going to adhere the title now with some glue. All right. I'm going to have that simply going right there. Yep, that looks good. Okay, and then my S, Simply Lovely. So this was just a die cut that I found on the Cricut. It might be, I just spelled it out with one of the Cricut fonts that I already own. I think that might be what I actually did. Okay, so we're going to have Lovely. Let's find my L. Let's line up my L first. So I think I want that like that. So let's go ahead and put this here. So that's kind of, there we go. Simply Lovely. All right, so that is the first layout of 3 that I did with this beautiful Perennial lavender paper. I hope you enjoyed this. You could also add a few sparkles here and there. Hope you enjoyed watching today. The only thing I didn't do, which I'm going to do right now, is just trim my shimmer trim. So I'm just going to take it backwards and trim this little piece off here. And then down here at this bottom, I'm going to trim this little piece here. And then I am done with this layout. Isn't this just beautiful? I was so excited. Okay, I hope you had a fun time watching, and I hope that it inspires you to make something beautiful today. Bye.